pay, so real good, right? Well, so I took that, and hey, also it's kind of if I get to stop at home for the weekend, well, all right, yeah, no problem. Well, as it turns out, I could have stayed home another day. I couldn't really sleep, and I ended up, just for safety's sake, to get here on time. I was like up at 1 in the morning, just getting fumbling around, getting all my stuff back in the van, making sure the van would start back up because as it sits for weekend, sometimes the battery can run down if it's running the fridge or whatever. So, I got back on the road, got here. First of all, the first hiccup was that no one had ever sent me the paperwork for the to get across the border. So I had to end up calling and I felt terrible because I'm like, oh no, I got to call dispatch. And they recently started going home on the weekends and working from home. And so I'm going to have to wake someone up at 5 in the morning. I tried sending emails at around 4:30. No one answered. I was about 10 minutes from the border. I had to fire off a phone call. Next thing you know, I was getting the lip from someone who was woken up at 5 in the morning. But I said, hey, look, I'm sorry, they said, hey, try to call on Sunday. But here's the deal. When I left on Friday, I mean, I never have to call again. When you were crossing the border, they send you the paperwork. So I usually don't have to chase the paperwork. It comes to me. I could have called on the weekend, but I was busy with my own things, driving and being at home. So I wasn't going to call during the day. I just didn't call during the day, so then I had to make this annoying phone call. They got up and they got me the paperwork, and within a few minutes, I was rolling across the border. And I'll usually have to wait an hour, but it wasn't freshly made paperwork. This paperwork had been set up back on Friday the 14th, so someone could have emailed it to me and just didn't. So the good news was, as soon as I got it printed out, I could head right to the border, which I was just 5 minutes shy of, got right across, no problem, right? So I arrive about an hour later into Toronto, no traffic, but I should have been suspecting something when I saw no traffic at 6 in the morning. I knew that I was early, but I wasn't that early. Traffic is usually jamming up by 6 a.m. because everyone's trying to avoid the 7 a.m. rush in Toronto where traffic is at a standstill. So I should have red flagged that there was pretty much nice smooth sailing right up to where I was. Got here and didn't think anything of it. But as I started remembering something I was reading the other day and noticing that there really wasn't any traffic picking it up around 7:30, you'd think people, if this place opens up at 8, people usually roll in. If they tell you to be here by 8 and they open up at 8, people are usually here by 7 to like get the building opened up and get it running and stuff. No one was here at all. It's Family Day in Canada. My dispatch office is in Canada. You think they would have known this and told me not to be here? Because I could have been home another day. I could have been taking a Monday to go to the tax office. Although it's President's Day in the U.S., so maybe everything would have been closed there too. Who knows? Realizing that, I take a close look at my paperwork, and then what do you know? The bill of lading from the consignee says deliver 2:18 at 8 a.m. My dispatch told me 2:17 at 8 a.m. So I made an extra effort to get here for freaking nothing. It's at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, 2:18. Is apparently going to be the delivery time because no one is here. It's clearly 9 o'clock, an hour later, and there is 0 people in the parking lot. 0 people at any business on this business strip, like a little industrial strip I'm on. So yeah, Canada Day is affecting this situation. Nobody's here. So I've got to basically sit in the parking lot for 24 hours of my life because I'm not going to drive around. That's a waste of my gas. That's already been wasted going home I didn't waste it, but I spent a little extra just to try to make a roundabout way home. And then I could go to the library, but the libraries are closed today. So there's it's cold outside, so there's no park to go to or no hiking to be done. I might be able to catch a little bit of an exercise bit at Planet Fitness, but I'm not sure I want to get all sweaty at a Planet Fitness and deal with the crowds there today because since everybody has the day off, where's everyone going to go? Do things like working out. So, not excited, not really happy right now that I just got to basically sit here. Now you might think, well, Mark, don't you play guitar in your van? Go in the back and jam out on the guitar. I probably will, but the whole back end is loaded up with these pallets. I've got no room for anything. I can probably just kind of set some things around there and set some stuff on top of there. It's labeled so that it's curvy, so there's nothing square to set anything on top of, like as if you got one of those plastic crates. So I'll probably do that, but I'm probably just going to take a nap for a while, and then when I wake up I'll probably do some of that guitar jamming. Maybe I'll record a video for my for my music channel, Mind's Eye Visual Guitar Methods. Check it out if you want to learn guitar. Pretty easy. And that's probably it. I got books to read. I do enjoy time to read, finish up on my sad passing of Neil Peart books. But I bought all three of his books. I'm starting with I started reading the last one, but I finally, in order, I found the newest one. So I switched back to try to read them in order, is what I mean to say. But really cool things, really cool stories about places he went. So that'll be kind of neat to do. That'll be good to do. Forget the library. You got a library right here. Just sit and read. And I guess try to enjoy it. And I do have some things to enjoy it with. So I guess we'll make the best of it. And then if I can get paid a day of layover pay for this, then maybe that won't make it so bad. I wrote an email to dispatch with my little asking nicely, but sort of complaining, like, hey, look, I did get here on time. It said to get here today, and what do you know? It's Family Day in Canada. Now, if my dispatch office was in like Ohio or Texas or something, I'd understand that they might not have known it was a holiday here in Canada. But they're in Windsor, Ontario. They knew full well it was a holiday today, and that places might not be open. So I don't know what the deal was, but anyways, that's it. Hopefully I'll have a nice day, and remember to check your paperwork, ask questions from the point you're leaving. I can only suspect, the conspiracy theorist in me says they might have told you. It was just, people make mistakes, and that's always what it is. Look, people make mistakes. It's not people trying anything, but in order to avoid me complaining when they were first giving me the run back to here, go from North Carolina to Etobicoke, and if they would have told me right then, deliver on the 18th, I would have been like, come on, dudes, 4 days for 700 miles? I'm like, this is nothing. This is peanuts. They probably would have heard me complain and didn't want to hear me complain. So at that point, it was just say, deliver on the 17th. We'll worry about it on the 17th when he gets there early and realizes that there's nobody there, whatever then. Maybe I won't say anything, or maybe I'll realize, or I don't know what the fuck anybody was thinking. So probably wasn't that, though. Probably was just a mistake. Read your paperwork, and so ask questions so you can be clear right from the get-go, so there's none of this, I probably could have said, hey, listen, boy, that's a bummer, but can I stay home that Monday then? And they probably would have been like, hey, no problem. Then don't go till Tuesday. And I would have been happier with that, because I got things I would love to have done there. I got a car I want to try to still get in the garage. It's sitting outside, and that I worry about every time I'm out on the road. I would have loved to have taken care of that. So see you guys later. Read your paperwork, and we'll see you on the next update. Hopefully better news. Hopefully I'm super happy about something. I'm never happy.